Good morning. Good morning. It's been a bit since I've been on Facebook Live, so I wanted to share with you today a story about somebody that I met on literally Facebook. So not only did I meet him on Facebook, he is staying in our home, hubby knows, for 8 days. So I wanted to introduce you to my friend Jason from Michigan. Hey. So say hello, Jason.
Hey, everybody in Facebook land. Pleasure to meet you and pleasure to stay with you, Ann.
Yeah.
Finally, we meet in person.
Finally. Yes. It's been an awesome ride. So whenever I met, we're all entrepreneurs. Well, many of my audiences are entrepreneurs, and I hear common things in the entrepreneurial world. Mm-hmm. For example, I hear people getting approached to build websites for $10,000. I hear people scrambling to build a website. I've built a website and I know what it takes to build the website, but after you build the website, what are you going to do with them? What are you going to do with the traffic? How are you going to drive traffic? You build a Facebook you just build a general website, and then you realize, oh no, I need to maintain it, update articles, upload photos. So whatever the case may be. So I met Jason in a group, another group that I'm in. Yep. And I clicked on something very attractive to me, and I clicked on it, and I saw it had a landing page, and I was like, well, that was the test, because before I clicked on it, I'm like, oh, I'm going to see where this takes me just to see. And then it took me to a landing page, and I'm like, so I had met Jason on Facebook previously to that. So I reached back out to Jason and I said, can you please show me this thing that you're using to promote your business? So that's how the conversation started. As soon as we spoke on the phone, he showed me what he was doing. That was really the beginning of it. And then he signed me up for this amazing product. And we would love to talk to you more about that. If you would like, just send us a text or a PM and let us know, and we can set something up to talk about that. But so I'm going to introduce you to Jason from Michigan. Yep. Like I said, he's staying in my home for 8 days with my family.
I really am. This isn't fake. I'm really here. And literally, this is the first time I met Anna and her family. So talk about trust. We do business with people we like, know, and trust. Talk about the trust factor.
Yes. And I just encourage you out there, because I know some people are out there going, I have no more warm market. I have no more hot market. Well, you have tons of people around you all the time. Yep. And all you have to do is send a simple PM. Don't be spammy. Get to know them first. I can't tell you, which I'm sure you have the same thing happen. I crack up at those who are like right in for the pitch. And the other thing, this just happened to me just a minute ago. If you're going to directly say, hello, Ann, on my Facebook PM Messenger, I suggest you look at the top and see how I spell my name. This girl just did it to me, and she put it with an E, and I'm like, so those little details mean a lot, because right away she put an E in my name, and I was completely turned off. Mm-hmm. I was like, well, if she can't even take the time to look at the top, which it's literally at the top, why? I almost said something smart ass, but I didn't. But I did say, hello, so-and-so, it's Ann, A-N-N. So, when you do reach out on the Facebook Messenger or a PM or whatever the case may be, you better make sure that you are grammatically correct. Mm-hmm. You don't dive in for the the purchase, the very first, I don't even know, like, or trust you yet. And make sure spell their name right.
Right. I mean, it happened to me. I'm sure many of you experienced this too. You have all these friend requests. Well, first off, I don't just friend anybody, because it might be a fake profile. So I always ask, how do we know each other? If there's about 10 or 20 mutual friends, then of course there's a connection, which is fine. It's legit. I will friend them. But then they may say, hey, how's it going? Fine, great, start report. But immediately they're going to say, by the way, I'm selling this product. I'll immediately unfriend them. I'm not friending you to buy your product. Get to know me, get to like me, get to make it so I get to like you. It's all about that rapport. It's all about relationship building, which is the crux of any successful business. Your customers are not just numbers, they're people. Flip it around. If people are just going to bombard you with stuff, are you going to be turned on and turned off by it? You need to build that rapport in order to do business with people, to keep them loyal, to get repeat business, and ultimately to get referrals from them.
Well, I was just going to say, that is the key point. So here we are, networking. Yep. If you are not building a referral-based business, you are wasting your time. And I will say that again, because I so believe that. Mm-hmm. You are wasting your time. It's so, honestly, if you're not building referral-based business, then get out of being a business, because you will die off and you will never be successful. Your goal is to build that rapport. Yep. And then when you give that referral, it is, and number two, when somebody gives a referral, you step up the notch about 20 paces to make sure that client is taken care of. I treat my referrals like golden.
Right. Plus the referrals edifying you. And it's not only for you, it's also for the person you're ultimately going to have as a new customer, because they trust their friend to refer quality people to you. Not only that, people like helping. So if somebody is referring you somebody, they take an ownership of that. When I refer anybody to my friends or colleagues, I force them to follow up with me saying, how did the referral go? I follow up with the referral. How did the person I set you up with go? Because my name is on the line as well if I'm referring somebody to them.
Yeah. Do you guys agree with that? That like the know, like, and trust? If you don't agree with that, then maybe I'm not the video person for you. But do you agree with that? Do you agree that you can make friends on Facebook? Do you agree that it's all about relationship building? It's not about me selling to Jason.
Right.
It's about the 250 people that are standing behind Jason. And it's not that I'm going to, and I don't want to use the word sell. Help is really what we are here to do. Most entrepreneurs don't go, we want to make money. Don't get me wrong, because we have to keep the lights on, which literally we had a power outage today, but it had nothing about the lights. But we have to figure out a way to keep the lights on and all those other things. But first and foremost is you have to build those relationships. And now that I've kind of gone forward on my entrepreneurial journey, I have some amazing friends now that I do get the referral business, and that's what it's all about, and vice versa.
Right. Absolutely. It's not just one and done. If you're in the mindset of one and done, then you'll never get repeat business.
Yeah.
You want to edify your people. You want to appreciate your people. And we're not talking about any specific business or company that could do that. It's you.
Yeah.
You can't hire that out. It's you. You are your brand. So if you switch companies, people are going to follow you. Let's say you sell insurance and you switch to another company. People are going to follow you. I mean, some people might stick around because they're used to the products and they're used to the pricing, but people are going to follow you because they know that you're going to take care of them.
Yeah, yeah. You know, and I do encourage you out there, because I know it's tough in the entrepreneurial world to get things going, to establish yourself. So I encourage you to build those relationships, join groups. But, you know, not only join groups as a networking group, join groups that truly support you. I personally have been really, really careful of where I attend networking events. Mm-hmm. I took Jason to a great networking event on Thursday, and we had such a good time. And so I encourage you to find those really good ones, the step up networking events, not the cliquey ones, not the ones where business is not being passed, the ones that are solid group that really want to support each other and help. I belong to one group in particular, and it's taken my business to another direction, because it's like, I don't know, about 8 notches up compared to what I'm used to. But at the same time, and I run my own group, I may have made it a goal whenever I first started the group to sit down with every single person that comes to that group. Because if the chairperson of that group is not doing the one-on-ones and not building relationships, then how in the hell am I going to give you a referral? I'm not going to give you a referral. That's just the way it is. Because if you don't have 40 minutes for a cup of coffee to build a relationship, then so if I give a referral, what are you going to do? Not sit down with them and have a cup of coffee?
Right, exactly.
And get to know them?
Yep.
So, you know, practice what you preach, walk the walk, and actions speak so much louder than words.
And speaking of networking groups, or just groups in general, I have so many things on my mind right now that I just wanted to tell you. So I'll just talk about a couple things. Some great outlets, of course, is Facebook groups. If you want to get that one-on-one, or not one-on-one, but in-person connection, go to meetup.com.
Yes.
And don't only focus on networking groups in there. When people go into networking groups, let's face it, anybody that goes to a networking group is there to sell something. But whoever says, hey, I am so jacked up, I want to go to this networking group to buy something. Nobody says that. They go to sell. So when you go to a networking group, here's some key things that I've learned over the years for networking. Always ask the people about themselves first.
Yes.
And then people are reciprocal in nature. They'll ask about you. Be a little vague. If you want to learn more, let's set up a coffee time to meet. Also, if somebody is just talking your ear off and you want to get rid of them, here's a good way to get rid of them.
This should be good.
Say to them, oh my God, I want to learn so much more about you. Let's set up a coffee time, but I don't want to monopolize your time. And I know there's about 100 more people you want to talk to. So let's set up a coffee time. And so you could go talk to 10 more people. Make it about them. Don't say, you know what, you're boring. I just want to talk to other people. Make it so it's beneficial to them to leave the conversation.
Yeah, it reminds me of the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Yep.
So, as you go through the entrepreneurial journey and as you start building relationships, it is so crucial to keep up the education. That is the number one. They come hand in hand. If you're building a business and you're not practicing self-growth, good luck with your business. That's all, because you will fail. I truly believe that. So there's never a warm or never a cold market. It's up to you to bring the people together, and it's up to you to reach out. I was telling Jason, I'm in this one group that's like a huge group. It's got almost 200,000 members in it. And Sunday morning, somebody had posted something in there, and it caught my eye. And from that little conversation, when other people had commented, we met about 8 people that are from the Pacific West Coast, we are at same time zone. Boom, we spawn off and created our own little group. Yep. And at the same time, we are, getting to know each other, building relationships. And then the conversation, I haven't asked anybody what they do for a living. I don't care about that. Right now, I just want to get to know them, because I think there's some good quality people in this little group, and they could be amazing. And I may be able to learn. Who knows? I may be buying from them. Who knows? That's right. It just depends.
Another thing is focus on what the group's point is. If you're going to do meetup groups and you're going to a social meetup group, don't sell. You're not there to network. You're there to socialize, to build up friendships. That's the whole point of that group. The business will come. If people become your true friend, they may not buy from you. Also, here's another mistake, and I go off on tangents, so excuse me for that. But I talk to so many people, and I don't want to buy their product. That's okay. The worst thing you can do is if somebody doesn't want to buy your product, don't shut them off. And Anne hinted at it earlier. It's the rule of 250. On average, people know 250 people. If you get to know them, you have access to potentially 250 other people who know 250 other people each. So if somebody doesn't want to buy your product, still be friendly with them, still be friends with them, because eventually they may know a few people that need your product, and then they could refer you on. So never shut off anybody. Focus on what the group's objective is that you're joining, whether it be for networking, whether it be for social. Maybe it's a support group of something, and focus on that. Build that get to know and like friendship, and it'll come around. I guarantee it.
Yeah, you just was talking on a point about, so he was talking about, shutting somebody off. I could not agree with that more, because whenever somebody goes for the pitch and then shuts me off when I, say maybe I can help you, I know right then and there where they're at in the entrepreneurial journey. Mm-hmm. They are not practicing self-growth. Right. They just shot themselves off the knee, because it may, so when I taught school, I used to teach a certain thing we did one thing on Darwin one time. So we did this little worksheet on Darwin one time, and I stood up in front of the classroom and I said to the students, watch, this will be on Jeopardy, because it happens all the time. So don't cut him off or cut somebody like an entrepreneur off, because you may not have that problem today, but I can guarantee you within the next week, you will stumble across somebody that has a problem. You may end up having the problem yourself and just didn't realize it. Yep. So just be really, really careful, and don't get mad at somebody if they don't want to hear you. Just say thank you very much. But at the end of the day, still just work that warm market. And I do agree with Jason. If you are in a group, stay on topic. First up, stay on the topic at hand. Don't stray it and make it all about you. Stay on the topic and what the group is all about. Because I think that's super key too. Because that means to me, if you're not staying on topic, you're not listening. Hello, my friend Lynn, who I miss very much. So just stay on topic. That's one thing I do agree with.
I mean, if you build the friendships outside of that meetup, then you could talk about whatever you want when you meet them one-on-one for coffee or a drink or whatever. But stay on topic for what the objective of that meetup is.
Yes. And again, like I said, you can make Facebook friends anywhere, LinkedIn, Pinterest. You're all on this platform of common interest. So it's easy to make a friend.
Right. And we're not talking about Facebook friend where they're just a name on Facebook that you're communicating with and maybe even arguing with. We're talking about real friends, literally.
Yeah.
Ann and I have been talking on Facebook about our side gigs for months, maybe a year, I'm not sure. And we just resonated. This is literally the first time we've ever met in person, and I've been here 8 days. I didn't go to a hotel. I've stayed in a spare bedroom for 8 days. So
yeah, you got to know the fam and everything.
Yep.
So we're going to cut it off here, but we are doing a little get-together at my home tonight. So if for you that live here in Las Vegas, and if you are interested, send me a quick PM. I will send over my address, and we're having a little boo-rah-rah at my house this evening at 6:30. So if you're interested, let me know. I appreciate you tuning in very, very much. I hope that you continue to like and share and share this video if you find value in it. If you are tuning in after our Facebook Live, just type replay. Yep. And, and if you got any questions, just feel free to PM Jason or myself. Both of our names is in this post. And I so appreciate you guys. Hey, stay cool in Las Vegas today because it is hot.
But it's a dry heat.
Have a good day, Las Vegas.